Hey everybody, it's Safi and Marco Dish Out on Movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. And it's just Marco here once again to review the new trailer for Snow, I guess it's called Snow White. I mean, it's not really, it doesn't look like Snow White to me. It looks like an abomination. It looks like some kind of an experiment, it just, this movie just demonstrates everything wrong with movies nowadays. Like, every single aspect of it feels like it was made by a factory. Every single part of it just feels like this was made by people who don't really like movies. They just want to make money. So for starters, Rachel Zegler, oh God, is Snow White. Honestly, it's too bad that she's such a bitch in real life because she really is kind of cute. I mean, I will say one thing. They made her look like, and people have already said this, they made her look like Lord Farquaad from Shrek, and then at the same time you have the magic mirror, and it looks exactly like the magic mirror from Shrek, and it just really doesn't help. And so, yeah. But I will say, like, she was bad in this trailer. But you know what? She was the best thing about this trailer, which is hilarious because she's terrible in real life. She's just, like, she destroys her own career. She really tanks it with her behavior and, the way that she acts. But then, like, when you get to her movies and her performances, like, she's fine. She's got a good singing voice, and she's pretty. Although they did a terrible job with the... I mean, I think they should have changed the hairstyle. Because I think that the only time the hair and that she looked good in this trailer, the only time was when her hair was wet. And so her hair was like... It was out of that shape. Because, when it's in that shape, it looks like it's from a cake mold, like I think Tim Curry said that in Psych about Lassiter. He's like, his hair looks like it came out of a cake mold, and it's like the same thing with Rachel Zegler as Snow White, and as well, it should have been a white woman. Sorry, you can call me racist, I don't give a fuck. It should have been a white woman. Snow White is white. It's in the name. They had to change her whole story about Snow White just so that they could have this diverse actress who tanks her own career with her behavior. And I just think it was the wrong move. I think that if you had, like, I don't really know who could play her, though, like, because I'm not really that, like, enthralled by a lot of the actresses nowadays. But I know that there's someone out there who could have done it. And when you say, like, oh, well, we just picked the best person for the role, is this person really the best person when she acts like the way that she does in public? You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, if she acts like that in public, you can guarantee she is worse in private. You can guarantee you could tell this about her if you auditioned her. You could tell it about her on set. It probably, like, everyone probably was sick of her by the end of working on this movie. And so I just feel like, honestly, should have gotten rid of her, should have cast someone else. Sorry, I mean, I'm not against her being a princess because, I mean, I watched Spellbound. Spellbound was fine. It was like a stupid divorce movie for kids or something. Like, it was fine. But she should not have been Snow White. Period. And Gal Gadot, that was my favorite part of the trailer in a bad way, because Gal Gadot, she tricked me into thinking she was a good actress in the first Wonder Woman, because I was like, this whole movie, she just acts like she's completely clueless about everything. She acts like she's like a female Forrest Gump, and... And I thought, is that on purpose? Is that the genius of this Israeli actress, is that her method? Is to be, oh no, my name is Gal Gadot, and I don't know anything about the man's world. Show me the man's world, Chris Pine. But no, she's like that in everything. She's terrible. She's trash. And she was really, really bad in this trailer. And I gotta say this too. I am so sorry for attacking Kraven the Hunter. I am so sorry. Because that movie is a masterpiece compared to this pile of shit. Okay, like that part where Kraven is like looking down at the obvious prop that he's going to use to defeat the bad guy, and he pulls the horn out and attacks him, and a little tiny bit of blood squirts out and it looks weak and pathetic. That was so much better than this crap. That was so much better than, oh my god, guys, the part where Gal Gadot turns around, like, she can't even turn around like a normal person. She twirls around in this really weird way to where she looks like an animatronic robot weirdo bitch, and she's like, what the fuck is she doing? What is she doing? This is supposed to be the scary villain, the evil queen. Like, yeah, that's just... And why did they hire her? Ratings. Or not ratings, but like charts. Oh, people like Gal Gadot. Let's put her in the movie. Let's not get someone who's qualified for the role. Let's just put that random biatch in there. You know, the pretty woman. She's got a pretty face, like a model. So let's put her in there. You know, let's not get someone who's actually good at acting. Let's just put someone in there. Whomever people like nowadays. People like Gal Gadot. So let's put her in movie. You know, movie is product. Movie is not art. Let's not cast someone who's talented. You know what and you know what? You know something else, guys? I should have mentioned this a month ago when I reviewed The Substance. Demi Moore. Demi Moore in The Substance. She easily could be the evil queen based on that performance in that movie. She did a fantastic job in that movie. She was the best part of the movie, in my opinion. That movie was a pile of shit, too. But she did a really good job. And the part where she's that old lady who slumped over with the yellow coat on, what does that make you think of? The witch! The evil queen! I mean, not the evil witch, the evil queen! Makes you think of a creepy, weird woman. Like that character. She could have easily played that role. Easily. But no. We have to have, my name is the evil queen, and I am very scary. Snow White, you are not going to take me. Snow White, you are not going to defeat me. That's what we get, guys. That's what we fucking get. That's what America gets. This is how much Disney hates the work that they did years and years and years ago. They hate the old Disney. They hate what their company is founded on. They want to destroy it so that they can build shit on top of it. This is another example, this movie, of cultural terrorism, where you destroy something that's old and beloved so that you can say, oh, well, sorry, you don't like that anymore, but you're going to like this new stuff that we make and put on top of it and shove down your throats. Now, as well, the dwarves were terrible. Now, I will say this. Disney is a beta company now. I don't often use the word beta, but when you let Peter Dinklage tell you what to do, yeah, you're a fucking beta. That's for fucking damn sure. So what happened was this fucking clown Peter Dinklage, he went out in public and he said something that basically was just a bunch of bullshit, you know, like, honestly, like, just because an actor goes out in public and says something, that doesn't mean that, like, you have to change your entire movie, you know, but Peter Dinklage said something like, oh my god, it's so outdated to have dwarves and Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. Like, oh my god, that's so terrible and offensive. And oh no. And so what did they do? Well, first off, they got like the seven wokes, like the seven quota people. Like they just got a bunch of people who looked like some fucking 1960s hobo looking ass fucks, and they said, yeah, that's going to be in our Snow White movie. And people roasted that into the ground. And what did they do? They said, you know what would be even better / even worse? Let's have animated dwarves that look like caricatures of little people, that look like gnomes, that look like this is Goosebumps, Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes looking ass shit. And it's like, no, that's way, way worse. And so, like, they're just... Why couldn't you have just cast 7 little people? Why couldn't you do that? Like, it is so, so bad. And I'm not one of those people who usually is like, oh my god, that's offensive, or oh my god, I'm so offended. But I am kind of offended, because I think that this just shows how the whole PC SJW thing has gone way too far, to the point of where you have Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. Get 7 dwarves to play the 7 dwarves. It's not that hard. I don't understand that at all. I think it's so shitty to the little people actors out there. You know, like Safi and I, we're a big fan of... I'm looking up his name right now. Phil Fondacaro. And I don't know if he... Okay, he's still acting, or he kind of is. You could have cast him. He's really, really good. He's a lot better than a lot of the actors that I've seen nowadays. He gave the best performance of the best Dracula that I've ever seen in a movie. And it's like, no, fuck him. And fuck all the little people actors. They don't deserve to be in a big Disney movie. We want to have CGI gnomes. I mean, dwarves, whatever they are. You know what it looked like, too? It looked like the Polar Express. Like, this is like the Polar Express Part 2. And what made that even worse was the animals. All the animals are animated, too, because they can't handle working with real animals in a movie anymore. Everything has to be controlled. Everything, and this is what I've learned, too. Hollywood is all about control nowadays. They're all about this hyper amount of control, to the point of where the art is lost, and it's basically like a factory making a product, a machine making a product. It's all about control. We got to control how the movie does by putting actor A, B, C. We got to control this by control the animal. We can't have real animals. We got to have CGI animals. We got to have CGI landscapes, because we don't want Rachel Zegler to get hurt walking around in a forest where the normal people walk around. We want her to be on a green screen set where we can make sure that she's safe on our fake movie. So I give this trailer a giant fuck you. It looks like a huge joke. It looks like it has nothing to do with the original. It just looks like one of those obvious modern bastardizations, but a little bit worse than the other ones that I've seen. So fuck this movie. Fuck the people who were in charge of making it, like the people who made the decisions, like the ones who thought like, oh, let's not cast little people because F them. They don't deserve to be in a Disney movie. And you know what else is funny too? That whole bullshit thing about more representation, and about representation is important, but it's like, oh, well, here's a prime opportunity to give quote-unquote representation to little people, and Hollywood's just like, nope, who cares? Fuck them. And to that I say fuck you. And I feel bad. I want to get inside the head of Rachel Zegler. Like, is she just totally irredeemable as a person? Because it's really sad, because I think she's genuinely talented. I would never want to work with her, but especially after seeing her public comments. But like, she seems like she's really talented, and I feel bad that like I don't know. I don't understand why she has this self-destructive bent to her, or I guess you would say, like, yeah, it's a shame. It's really a shame. But you know what? Another thing, I can't wait to watch this movie because it looks so bad and it looks so hilarious and stupid, and I can't wait to laugh at Gal Gadot more throughout the movie. Like that part where she turned around, God, that was so bad. That is probably the worst acting I have seen all year, and I have seen really, really bad acting in all sorts of ways, shapes, and forms. So anyways, please like this video, comment, tell me what you thought of the new Snow White trailer. Nobody else likes it. The only people who like it are probably paid to like it. And then please subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more honest videos, movie reviews, trailer reviews, porno reviews, video game reviews, book reviews. I'm starting to sound like a cult leader, which is good because I'm playing one on Sunday. Okay, so goodbye, everybody. See you soon.